Greetings, welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man. Proudly presents, you know what it is. This is Funday Sunday with Collectors Lounge. So glad to have you guys here with us. It's going to be a few of us on the panel today. Me, myself, Rich, and Loco Lou, which apparently I forgot to send him the link, but I'll actually send it to him right now. Uh, but yes, he will be in here with us in a minute. But yeah, how you guys doing today? And thank you for basically being here. It's going to be a fun show. Not going to be too much of a long show, but it's going to be a fun show. So definitely we are going to have a good time. We got a lot to cover today. A lot of stuff that we are actually going to cover today. A lot of information, things that actually dropped, things that were actually revealed, and it looks like Hot Toys is on a roll. Also, it looks like another studio is on actually in a roll. They released some pieces, statue yesterday that we're going to actually talk about, or not released, but revealed during their presentation. So we're definitely going to talk about that here. But without further ado, let me bring in one of my panel members. And yeah, we got my man Reviews with Rich in here. What's going on with you, buddy?
So, brother, how are you?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. I'm a little under the weather, but you know what? Hey, I weather any storm, so I'm not mad at that. So
Hell yeah.
glad to definitely be here, man, to be talking about some good things that are going on right now. Yeah, man, how's your day? How's everything going, bro?
Pretty chilled family this weekend. My daughter's not been 100% this weekend, so we've just been at home primarily.
Yeah.
So it's just been nice just to chill. You know, sometimes when things get a bit like hectic and stuff like that, it's just nice just to take stock, chill out a little bit.
Yeah, man.
So it's just been nice to do that. To be fair, I kind of needed it.
Yeah, bro.
Just been live streaming left, right, and center. I've been everywhere. So so it's just nice to do. So yeah, so it's great to be here and see the weekend out as well with your good self. So that's awesome. And obviously everyone on the chat as well. Hey, so no, I appreciate it. And yes, excited to talk about a certain statue which I will 100% be picking up.
You're gonna be picking it up, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it looks like it's a beautiful piece, bro. We're gonna actually jump into that a little bit later on. Let me address this amazing chat out here real quick, because we got quite a few people in here already waiting for us. We got Peyton 23 in here. Thank you for being here. Best Guard Kid, my guy, Best Guard. Thank you for being here. We got Thule, Shiny's in the building. We got OG Fan with Star Wars, with just Star Wars. We got DT Artman in the building. Empire Strikes Again. We got Windman 42 in the building. We got let's see here, who else? Collectible Chats is in the building. William Owens. Let's see here. Primetime Reviews. Man, what is in the building with us? Thank you for being here. Malika Mabane, as always. Loco Luke was out there, and he actually is backstage. I'll be bringing him in just a second. And yeah, we got Mark Mitchell in the building. So yeah, and Prodi and quite a few more that are actually going to be stopping through here with us. So good to have him here. Ed Renewer is actually in the building. We got the Thor 2941 in the building. Collectible Chats, as I said. Yeah, so we got quite a few actually, steaming in here, man, because like I said, it's going to be a lot we're going to actually cover. Before I get on to the other news here and some more information, let's bring in our other panelist. We got Loco Lou in the building. What's going on with you, brother? I see you got the gloves on. You ready to get the pose, and I already see how you doing, man. You getting yourself ready. So I do like to see that, brother. How you doing, man?
What's poppin', people? You already know what time it is. It's Collectors Lounge International with your boys over here in the panel. You got the main man up on the top. You got the other side on the top. And then you got me, the foundation, holding it down.
Yeah, always, bro.
Shaky
always,
foundation.
Bro.
I'm always a shaky foundation. It's like LA, man. It's always shaking.
Yeah, man. Before we basically move on, just a couple of things here I want to kind of get through. One thing I want to address is a bit of sad news that I heard this morning coming in. And here's the thing, like everybody knows, I mean, exactly, bro. We're going to get to that in just a second. Everybody knows, basically, like I said, I mean, we all grew up on, nostalgia, certain things that have taken us back. Power Rangers has been something of a phenom for the entire world, and basically the entire world, the collecting world, comic world. Just in a bit nostalgia from our childhood and some people's childhoods. Me, again, I was a bit old when Power Rangers dropped. It came out, I think, in 93, 94. It was, I think it was 93, 94. 93, as a matter of fact, when it actually dropped, and it was introduced to summer, actually going into August of 93. And it literally took the world by storm. We had incredible characters, incredible cast that actually brought that level of something that was historically huge in Japan, and they just brought it to life on television. One of its stars, Jason David, like literally was the Green Ranger, head of the group, incredible guy. And we found out that today, or he passed away. And that is really, really huge. Rest in peace to him. My condolences to him and his family. Lou, I know that you were a Power Rangers fan, man. Finding out the news this morning, what I mean, now the thing is, because I just got the news, I just actually saw it. His family, from what I'm hearing, they didn't release the details, I guess, of his passing. But was there anything that I really didn't, I wasn't up on a lot of it, but was there any information on struggles or anything like that, man?
From what one of his colleagues or friends posted, and this is what's going around and what I gathered up as far as information, it was a battle with mental health. So
Okay.
it's like the S squad, without using the word because it may be sensitive to a lot of people. So I may not, I don't want to use that word. But yeah, that's what was stated. No really official information other than what's been going on. And I think my sister just sent me a message and she said TMZ. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was self-inflicted. Let's just say that.
Okay.
So
That's sad.
but yeah, it sucks. And the crazy thing is, I was watching a sermon earlier this morning when I got the information, when I got the news, and it was talking
Mm,
about the same thing. And
wow.
I don't believe in coincidences. So
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
so
He'd recently got divorced as well. He's got like 3 or 4 kids, I think. So it's just horrible,
Yeah. So it was a
sad.
struggle with like mental
49
health and
as
stuff
well.
like
It's
that.
horrible.
49 years
Yeah,
old.
yeah.
Um, and that's amazing. To
Mm,
really hear that, again, going, with where he had so much more to offer and he was beloved by a community.
mm,
I had a chance to see him at like a couple cons. And he was a good dude, definitely a good guy. And who knows, like that's the thing, is it's like that's one of the things with what led me, like for me, in college, basically, I started out as a music engineer, actually not music engineer, but architectural engineer.
mm,
I'm with the Georgia Tech University for 2 years, or 2 semesters, and just said no, I can't do it anymore because it wasn't something I wanted to do. Left there, went back, alumnus of Morgan State University, and so whereas I got my degree in music and engineering. But before that, I took up musical theater, and not musical theater, but just theater in general and directing. So actually, I have a degree in the arts, as well as I have an associate's degree in theater, performing arts, and the rest of my degree is going to music engineering. And it was something that I felt as though it was really promising. But when you hear all the stories about what goes on in Hollywood, Rich, and I'm going to pass this to you, man. Like when you hear about these stories and you hear about just the commitment to certain roles, but at this also the pressure of when you when there isn't a level of relevancy on a person, when they aren't, after so
yeah,
long
yeah.
of basically being a character, being beloved, and if there's a dry spell, whereas you're not getting work, you're not being recognized, and you
Mm.
see like the woes and the ills of Hollywood, that plays on your mind a lot, bro. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like seeing that was like just basically a wake up call for me to say, yeah, no, I'm good. You know what I mean? I'd rather focus in on what I love, because again, with music, regardless if my career takes off, whatever, I know that it's something that I control, um,
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
man.
I mean, he was not only in martial arts, but also in Hollywood and in the Power
Yeah,
Rangers and stuff like
yeah,
that. But I mean, it's
yeah.
always very difficult to be as disciplined as these people are at this stage. You've trained all your life to get to
Hmm.
something, and
Yeah.
then burn so brightly, and then obviously it kind of flickers out after a certain amount of time. And there must be a lot of
Hmm.
pressure and just kind of just living a normal life as well. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's just really sad. I mean, you never know what happens behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Um, but I think it's always a bit of. I mean, we're going to do like a bit of a chat about this in a couple of weeks with Les about kind
Yeah.
of people with mental illness or struggles that they've had and people like that. I've never really experienced anything like that, to be honest with you. But I've always encouraged people just to talk, and for men especially, which is 99.9% of the audience that we're talking to today, is kind of like having those discussions with people within the community or your friends and stuff like that, and not being afraid to reach out and stuff, because it can be a real struggle. And there's that the generation before us is all the pull yourself up by the bootstraps and all that kind of stuff. And then this is our opportunity for a lot of people to actually reach out and to kind of talk about stuff like that, to stop that from happening. But
Yeah.
yeah, and I know he'd got kids, this guy, and feel sorry for the family, and he recently got divorced as well. So that makes it just as sad, really. It's kind of like, obviously that kind of was the straw that maybe brought the camel's back. So yes, terribly sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Terribly sad that, such a, incredible personality, something that he's had to deal with, that he's going through. Again, condolences to him and his family. And it just, it to me, it just speaks volumes to how even us, being
Mm,
personalities on even YouTube, man. The stresses of just life is too short, bro. Like
mm,
life is just way too short to worry to, to drown yourself in BS that's irrelevant, when everything else means so much.
mm-hmm.
Family means so much. The close relationships that you have with friends that are of a positive nature, such as yourself, such as Lou.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I honestly believe that you two, in a circle of everybody that I've met, are two of the most positive individuals,
Thank you.
out there. Lou, you come in with such an energy, that literally, you're like, look, this is about collecting. This is about the things that we actually love, pure nostalgia, and this is where the love should be,
Mm-hmm.
and filtering that love out through, with everybody, sharing that love with everybody, man. Rich, everything that you've been through, in your life, you live life a day at a time, but you live it as if it's the greatest experience.
Oh
And I
yeah.
think that that's what everybody should be. How everybody
Mm,
I was watching the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame last night, and I was watching it with Toya, and they were honoring so many individuals. Last night Eminem got honored.
mm,
He talked about his woes. Who was it? Duran, one of my favorite groups of
mm.
all time, like back in the day, like in the 80s.
Great
Come
Bond
on,
film.
man. I mean,
Great,
great.
great, great.
Hell
Bond
yeah.
in the day. That was
Yeah,
amazing. That one.
definitely.
One of my
Dolly
favorites.
Parton got honored. Who else? The Eurythmics got honored
Mm-hmm.
last night. These are all, groups from my nostalgia that I grew up with for so
Mm,
long. That we got a chance to see them actually honored on stage. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis is honored. And all of them talked about one thing, and that's the importance of life, and at the same time, not letting life and everything that goes on in it defeat you, like all the
yeah.
woes and everything.
Mhm.
So again, shout out to him and his family. Our condolences to them. And yes, he will always, Jason David Frank will always be remembered, as not only just a Green Ranger, not only just in a very pillar and this, a strong pillar of nostalgia, but just the humanity and stuff like that. And we hope that, this bodes well for, and I can't wait till we have that conversation about mental health, because it is important,
Mm,
to talk about, because we all struggle with it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
definitely we want to, put that out there. And everybody out there in the chat who struggles, and somebody who struggles with mental health, reach out to them. Make sure you stay in contact with them. Make sure you let them know that they're not alone and they have a place, and they can always have a conversation with you. Keep them in your prayers, keep them close to your heart. And yeah, again, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about really, really quick. So everybody,
Mhm.
thank you for your time. And yeah, but I want
Real
to move
quick,
on
may
really
I say
quick.
something?
Would you say? Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Real quick. I just want to say, like, when it comes down to it, just always remember this: is
Mm,
reach out, never hold
mm,
it in. Reach
Mm,
out,
mhm.
and also may the power protect you.
Yeah, exactly,
mm.
man. Yeah, reach out. Definitely
Yep.
reach out. Don't keep it in. Always talk to someone. Don't hold it in. That's the
Hmm.
main thing.
Hmm.
Stop holding it in. Stop thinking that you
Hmm.
can handle everything on your own, because we can't. And we have to admit to that. Like sometimes, like I said, your pride is one of your biggest weaknesses. So literally reach out. And like I said, my condolences to him and his family. Real quick before we actually continue, just want to actually stop and let everybody know that yes, we are continuing on with the Thanksgiving initiative. All proceeds, all super chats, everything that we actually see receive goes towards the homeless people and families in need, and feeding those families, making sure that they have food on their tables, things to eat. We want to continue on with that. So we do thank you from the bottom of my heart for all contributions. Again, it doesn't have to be $20. It hasn't to be $100. It can be $2, $5, whatever you donate goes towards such an important cause. Again, giving back for the holiday season. This is what it's all about, and this is what we are trying to actually instill. So anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for watching. So here we go. We're going to actually go in now. We're going to go in on a couple things really off the top, because yeah, we got, it looks like right now, your Hot Toys
It's kicking off. Yeah.
is making a statement.
Yeah.
Like they are literally making a strong statement. One of the biggest things, and they now, mind you, within the past, you know 72 hours or whatever, they've actually come out with a bang. One of the figures that we're going to actually talk about here is from a movie that it's no secret that I frowned upon, that I hated with a passion. But the figure itself, is, again, I know a lot of people were excited about this piece and they want to have it in their collection. Um, so it's going to be interesting to talk about this. Rich, I'm gonna start with you first on this, man, because again, we're talking about Gorr the God Butcher.
Yeah.
We're talking about a figure that pretty much a lot of people um, have anticipated. A lot of people, did love Christian Bale's portrayal of this
Mm.
character in the film. Not completely comic book accurate, but I understand that they wanted to go a different route. The director did explain that when you have a character such as, or actually even Kevin Feige explained that when you have a character such as Christian Bale's character, you don't want to hide his face under a whole bunch of prosthetics.
Yeah, because it would have looked too much like Voldemort anyway without the nose and stuff and things.
Yeah,
Really, let's be fair, it would have looked too much
yeah.
like Voldemort. So
But
Hmm.
yeah,
when you look at it right now, doesn't this still look like Voldemort in a sense?
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, we are, Ryan, to answer your question. But I think this is fantastic. The only thing is that I'm going to say, which everybody has said already in probably in conversations this week, has been those jointed elbows and those
Mhm,
wrists.
mhm,
If they'd have, I mean, I'm assuming they'll go back to the drawing board, and I'm guessing they'll change it like what they did with Peacemaker and stuff.
mhm.
But if they are solved, I'm getting this. I think he looks fantastic. He's the best thing in the film.
Yeah,
I love Christian Bale anyway. He gives so much commitment to the character that he plays. He's an amazing actor. The only issue is the way it was kind of played, and we've already discussed this before.
yeah. He
But
was a
yeah,
god. He
yeah,
was the
he was a
butcher,
but
and there was not one god butchered that we've
no,
seen. Yeah, what I
no,
mean.
and
So
the one would
yeah.
seem like it was like an accident. He just stabbed randomly.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Mhm.
but I would have been in that position. I'd have done the same. Yeah, I think he looks fantastic. It looks just like him. I think it looks very, very impressive as a head sculpt.
Mhm.
He actually looks better than the DX19 Bruce Wayne. The Christian Bale likeness. I think in some
Mhm.
respect for the eyes and stuff. I think it looks fantastic. Yeah, I haven't got much else to really say on it, but it looks great. I like the sword. I like the outfit. The arms. They need to sort that out. If they just come out with 2 replacement arms that they can just slot in that are already fixed, then that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe swap out the hands and whatever. But yeah, it's such a shame that this is kind of because it's like this, and there's quite a few other ones that have been released this week and teased and that, and it's like this one I think's got the short end of the stick because it was kind of the back end of the week, and maybe it was a bit rushed, and people kind of jumped on that one as this picture in particular. They're like, oh, it was great until they saw this picture. So yeah, I'm not really mad at it though. It's like it's great. I think it's good that they've done that.
Yeah, it's definitely a different. I mean, I can't honestly say that I didn't see this coming. When I say that, I can't say that I didn't see them taking this route with the body.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
shame.
It's a shame that you can predict it, but you couldn't. Yeah, I knew that this is the route that they were going to take with this figure, and that we weren't going to actually see seamless arms. And I'm like, as much money at Hot Toys as you're making, like literally, come on, man. Like you can afford to at least give us seamless. I mean, if you did it with Hellboy, you can do it with something like this.
Unless
bulk, you know,
unless they knew they weren't going to there weren't going to be much of a demand for this, and they thought the film wasn't that well received. We're just going to half-arse it because we've got to do this, and we can make a bit of money on it. Maybe they've already paid for the license. Maybe it was a chunk of change, and maybe they thought it'd be bigger than it actually was. I think we all thought the film was going to be bigger than it actually was, and better. So then maybe there's a chance of that.
Good point. Definitely good point. Lou, what you think about this piece, bro?
I thought it was awesome. This is actually the only figure I want out of the whole film. This is the only figure. Like Christian Bale's performance was awesome, and it like a performance says a lot. It's a statement, just like a character can be a statement just by being, what it is. For instance, like Carnage. Carnage is a statement, but there's a lot of problems with that character in film. And then to have it as a figure, there's issues that a lot of people have, like single jointed elbows and knees and whatnot. But as far as like seamless, yeah, it's time to start giving us the seamless route. We said it with Peacemaker. We literally protested that hard on one of the streams. A couple of streams, as a matter of fact, BLAO was on. We was like going for it. Like, I'm not buying this until they give me the seamless. I'm like, all right, cool. Then it went wait list. I'm like, oh man, all right, let me join the wait list. Because
they ended up sorting that though, didn't they? They ended up doing seamless arms anyway, didn't they? They ended up changing
they end up doing it, and also because they wasn't getting any sales, because it's not just the streams that we've been on. Everyone else,
it's everybody
that just didn't like it because the proportions was off. See here, the proportions on the arms are right, but they're not seamless, and it's a little bit of an eyesore. And right now we're in the cusp of 2023. Why can't we get more seamless arms? Granted, we won't be able to keep them in a dynamic pose for a long period of time, and this allows us to keep it in a dynamic pose, which something you got to think about. Hot Toys is in the name, but there's some figures, like you said earlier, that need that extra attention, that extra, okay, this is going to be one of those bangers that people are going to keep buying and buying, so we're going to be producing a lot. Might as well throw that in there. But to save for cost or whatever the case may be, whatever their strategy is in order to make this figure happen, they did it just knowing that, okay, the film did this, it's a joke, this, that, all right, he's a serious bad guy, but really did he do much? How people are going to have it. Plus he's another character that's all white. That's like Moon Knight, and Moon Knight for a while wasn't doing well. He's still not doing well.
Really?
So, yeah, he's not up there. If you look at the bestsellers, he's not doing well as far as bestsellers is concerned. And it's always a cycle with that. It's when it's hot, it's gonna, the ball's gonna keep rolling. But it's not like Star Wars where we get a whiff of something, we know it, we're gonna run and get it. For those who are hardcore in it. So when you see this, it's immaculate. The sculpt is awesome. The sinister smile is phenomenal. It warrants the purchase itself. If you in love with the actor and his portrayal of Gorr, or if you are a fan of Gorr and want to represent a shelf full of villains, which we don't normally get a lot of.
Yeah.
This is maybe up your wheelhouse. For me, he's more of a purchase because of the villain versus anything else.
Yeah. Interesting. Rich, you wanted to say something?
No. I was just going to say that there's a problem with this, and that what we're going to see with the marketplace more and more is that there's an it's oversaturated with stuff. We've got so many
Yeah,
options and things like this now,
yeah,
and they are going to start making less. They're going to make more things, but less batches in
yeah,
them. I think that's what
yeah.
it's going to get to. When you were saying about the Moon Knight thing, I actually forgot about Moon Knight. I forgot about that figure came out. When you said it, I was like, oh shit, yeah,
Yeah.
that was announced, and that's
Hmm.
just that's the thing. There's so much and so much time has kind of passed with it as well. It's like I forgot that show came out this year, and
Yeah.
it's not exactly the same with this because obviously I remember seeing this film, but at the same time, there's so much stuff. It's going to be an issue long term. People can't collect everything.
That's
And
the
we have to be
thing.
more and more
Yeah.
selective, definitely.
Yeah, that's the thing. People can't really collect everything, and they probably won't. Again, this is going to be a draw, like just to basically see. I mean, I wanted Valkyrie,
Mm,
definitely. That was the figure that I wanted, and I was so glad that I got my hands on. That I was able to pre-order that figure. I haven't pre-ordered anything else from this line. You know what I mean? Like I haven't pre-ordered the Mighty Thor yet. I haven't pre-ordered that Thor figure, which I won't pre-order that Thor figure. I'll probably get Mighty Thor, but I'll wait. Um, but yeah, Valkyrie was mainly one that was on the top of the list for me. Because I knew I wanted that figure. But this I don't think for me, just me
mm,
personally, I don't know if I'm gonna get it.
yeah.
Because I don't again, the interpretation, he was good. Don't get me wrong. Like he's
Mm,
probably one of the best parts of the film. But yeah, it looks good, but I mean, I'll wait. Just for me, it's just going to be a
yeah.
wait for me. Because it's not something that I desperately have to have and that I have a need for. Especially with everything else that's dropping. So we'll definitely see. It's definitely something that we'll actually
Hmm.
take a look at and we'll see. There's another figure we're going to pull up here real quick, but before we do, I want to actually address the chat real quick because we got some super chats that we need to basically
Mm,
address real quick. We got
All right.
a $50 super chat by my man William Owens coming through. Thank you so much for that. And that goes towards the initiative. Wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for that, William. I mean, that means a lot, bro. I do
that's really
appreciate
nice.
that. Thank you very much. That was really
Awesome.
nice. Also, we got the one and only Louis Labitz Thanksgiving initiative all day. Thank you so much, man. And again, these proceeds not only go towards Thanksgiving initiative, but also making sure that there's toys for tots kids that also will get gifts for Thanksgiving. I mean, for Christmas. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
So thank you very much. Thanksgiving and Christmas goes hand in hand, but it's like, Thanksgiving gets overlooked over here a lot, Lou. So I mean, come on,
Hmm.
man. Um,
Yeah. People
so
are not
definitely.
thankful for what they have or what they,
Exactly.
are
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
surrounded
Yeah.
by.
I agree. I agree. There should be more thanks for what it is. And that's why I decided that on Wednesday's show, for Say What, I'm doing a complete Thanksgiving show where it's giving thanks for the collectors, some of the content creators that I've met, the pieces that we've gotten, and just giving thanks. I want to pass it on to give thanks for everybody out there. So
It's
next
nice.
Wednesday's show is going to be dedicated to everybody out there in the chat, like literally giving thanks to you guys. So if you're here on Wednesday, just expect your name to be called and talked about in detail because that's what I believe. That you guys are superstars as well, and I like giving back. It's not about us on this panel.
Mm,
It's not never, and I was always taught that it's never about me for say, but the actions that I push forward. The actions speak a lot louder than words and perception of the image. Again, it's what we do and how we give back, and we're informative to you guys. And again, we want to keep it in the realm of toys and collecting, and it's important. So it's going to be all about thanks and giving thanks to you guys on Wednesday. So thank you very much for that. One more figure we're going to talk about, and not one more because we got plenty to talk about.
Yes,
We got plenty
baby.
to
Let's
talk
go.
about. And I know this is one that Lou has been
Hold
extremely
on, move
excited
over.
about, as you can hear in his literally like this guy just snapped out over this piece. Once we get to it, I know it's something that he's been wanting, or he's been talking about. We'll get to that Black Widow later, but I know this is one that he's been excited about. So we're gonna jump into it really quick. Come on, man, where you at? Where you at?
it's
Where
like
you
those
at? Here we
photos.
go.
There you
Okay,
go.
right
Here
there,
you
right
go.
there.
So yeah, so
Oh
we
yeah.
got the Armorized Deadpool. Um, I have to admit that when this figure dropped, it was the most ridiculous
Yeah.
thing that I have ever seen. Even though it was from the game, I get that. but it was the most ridiculous version of this character that I seen, and I was like, yo, you've gone too far now. Come on, man, like whatever. But it looks good. It definitely looks good. But me myself. It's still. I have to see it. It hasn't. I have to see it when somebody gets it in hand. Lou, when you get it in hand, I have to see it. I have to see why, because again, it's just not. It hasn't spoken to me yet, but it looks like an incredible figure. Lou, I'll start with you first because I know this is something that you've been wanting to talk about.
I'll anchor, bro.
Oh, you want to anchor?
I'll bring it
All right,
home. I'll
you'll
bring it
anchor.
home.
You'll bring it home. Okay, so we'll talk to you first, Rich. Rich, what do you think about this piece, bro?
It's interesting. I in no way am I throwing shade on it, and I know you really want this Lou. But for me, it looks well. It just looks like something like you know, like when you go to kids toy shop and stuff, and they kind of like have a Transformers thing, and you can like dress. It changes into the TIE Fighter goes into Darth Vader. It looks like one of those types of things. Like a random design. It looks cool. I don't know. I mean, how much is he? Is he die-cast and stuff?
Yes.
Oh, is he? Okay, he'll be bulky boy then. So it looks cool. It looks cool. He'll stand out on your shelf. It's innovative in regards to the design of it. It's something different to people out there. It'll go very well with your Venom there, that you've got there, Lou. Yeah, for me, it's a no. But apparently, I saw somebody showed a video of with the lights off on its eyes, and it looked like his eyes looks like he was dead. But you have to keep them on all the time because obviously those whites of the eyes, it would look soulless if not. It's cool, but it's not for me in any way, shape, or form. But I'm happy for you, Lou.
Yeah, definitely. Again, it's something that for me, it hasn't completely sold me yet. You know what I mean? Like I'm not completely sold on the piece because again, aesthetically, it's, you know, I know we talked about, and Lou brought this on, and he's going to actually probably touch on it again, Armor Wars, and you know what you can do with it, your interpretation of Armor Wars. But yeah, it just wasn't something that I per se expected. I will say this, and Lou, you have to kind of admit this, bro. It is going to occupy it's going to have shelf life for a minute. Like there's not, like it's going to be in stock for a while. This will probably end up for the most part, for some people, going to the bargain bin. Not in a bad way, but it's just that like not something that that's going to be high on everybody's radar, but it'll be high on everybody on some. So I get that, not completely understand. That's the way it is for a lot of figures. Black Widow, probably even in Bo-Katan for a lot of people. So you never know. But Lou, go ahead, man. What do you think about it, bro?
Well, here's the thing when it comes to that. This is what 2001 pre-orders. So anything that was pre-ordered in 2001, that thing is going to be there forever. Okay, for
2021 or 2021?
2021.
Yeah,
oh right, I was gonna say
2021. I said 2001 because it felt so.
How long you been asleep?
Because it felt so long ago. Yeah.
It felt so long ago, bro. The pandemic felt like it took a lifetime, bro. So this was during the pandemic, you know, when this guy dropped.
Right.
So that's why it felt so long, because you know we've been like trying to struggle out of that slum, but you know we were getting awesome stuff, and yeah, this got clowned for a lot and a lot of praise too, and interest. Like people were more interested in like, oh, look at this. Now this is not a game armor. This is based off the comic, and there was a time where Deadpool took Tony Stark's suit and wrote DP on it and put the black lives on the classic golden red suit. So this is a play on that. And it's an interpretation. It's an interpretation. So, and he literally tried to beat Tony. So he's drinking a bottle while having all that on him and flying in the air drinking. You know what I mean? He's literally like making fun of him because he's always, you know, he's an alcoholic. But here they took it and flipped it on his head, kind of like what they did with the the Venomized Iron Man. They took it and flipped it on its head. It's based on a specific medium. It doesn't look exactly like that, but they took it and gave it an artistic twist, right? So with this, they did that. but they did it on one of the most popular armors ever, and that is the Mark IV War Machine. So this is the Mark IV War Machine armor. So you know it's diecast, you know it's heavy duty, and it's highly beloved by a lot of people. Which means there'll be some parts that could be interchangeable if you want to have some fun with it. Just like the Gatling gun. So I'm gonna leave that there for interpretation. As far as like his eyes, lighting up, it's an Iron Man suit. This is supposed to play off of the realism of what is, Iron Man War Machine in the MCU. So this is leaning more towards that. So you're not gonna get the lifelike look or animated look or comic book look of his eyes always being lit when the suit is off. You don't get that all the time with any of the other suits. Like literally, you can play with it, but it's not that big of a deal.
There is the thing that you can get with someone. I think they are starting to do more and more is where you put these white things in between because you can swap them out, and you can put like white behind the eyes, which makes them look like they're on, which I think looks great. Because I've got Iron Man, which I mean this one here, if the eyes aren't on, he looks dead. So it's just great to have that as an option. I think long term, another option or another way of displaying it, not just having the eyes on all the time.
Well, there is another option. There is another option. If you have multiple Deadpools, right, you can literally take your Deadpool head off of your Hot Toys and place it on this head as promoted. They show you with
did they? Okay.
Yes, they did. You could put the movie Deadpool head right on this bad boy. So there you go. That solves that problem if you want to display this and have like kind of like, oh, I'm always emoting kind of thing, and have the eyes change play, whatever that Deadpool did. But here you got that. You got the single arm cannon, which was the special edition, and then we got a gift, which we didn't see before originally, and that is that big mech glove, which is very comic booky of Deadpool, because if you notice all the time when he has a rocket launcher, he'll have like a big boxing glove at the end of it. This is kind of like an homage to that cartoon, like Popeye punch, pow. That's what that is. So that's adding more of that goofiness that Deadpool is to this, kind of like what you see with Venom Pool over here. He's big and stocky like a gorilla and short, stumpy legs. You know what I mean? It's a gag. He's not meant to really be taken seriously, even though he is a deadly character. Also, if you're into Deadpool and you're into Iron Man, this marries both of them perfectly. It's like if Deadpool wanted to really get serious and deal some damage and not get hurt, or even during that arc where he still was Deadpool, but he was healed. He didn't have the scarring on him. His healing factor was gone for a moment. You can play with that. That will be your interpretation of it. But this is definitively one of the best things that I've seen for me as a collector of Deadpool, and I can't wait to get it. This is something that I would buy on the spot. Anybody else who wants to wait, go right ahead, get your coupons out, do your thing. No shade on my end, because I do that the same with other things. I did that with some Spider-Man. I did that with some other things. But this was one of those timed exclusives. So I wanted that arm cannon. And there's that image I was talking about.
There it is. Oh, that looks cool.
Helmet.
I like
so
that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have options. You have options. Plus, you also have the dual guns. You have one gun bigger than the other, and then you put it together to make it into a big BMF, big, bad gun. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the size. You have the kunai, and you have the swords, and they're all transparent plastic, so they're supposed to look like energy swords, so to speak, or energy blades, like something that Iron Man has for his Mark 50 and the Mark 85. That little tuning fork type of blade, similar to that. So he'll have that, but it's generated in red, and it looks awesome, in my opinion. And for me to get this and add it to my collection, and what I'm trying to do, is going to fit with everything, including my Armor Wars display, because it's going to be something on my shelf that's going to look unique amongst other people, because it's not going to be what everyone else has. It's going to have, a uniqueness to them, especially when I have my Deadpool core, because I have almost every single Deadpool, including Lady Deadpool, Leo. And you already know how I feel when it comes to Deadpool. I have to have it. I have to have it. And I'm glad they did. I'm going to get this. And Leo, I'm telling you, once I show it off, bro, you're going to be like this. God damn, Lou. Damn it, Lou.
Well, we'll see, man. Lou? Now, let me ask you a question. This head doesn't come with this figure, right?
Nope. You have to have
Okay.
the extra
You got
Deadpool
to
head.
have the extra Deadpool. Yeah. So, and that's what I kind of figured. Again, yeah, it's, I don't know. I mean, for me, yeah, I definitely have to see it. But again, it'd be one of those for me that it'd be a wait and
Mhm.
see type of situation because it's so much. Like it's just so
Yeah.
much out there that, I have to get my hands on, so much stuff that I'm waiting on still. Mind you, Toys Wonderland still hasn't sent my Bo-Katan. I'm still waiting. Um,
What?
yeah, I got the shipping notice. I got the DHL tracking number, but they hasn't left them yet. So that's the thing. As much
Yeah.
because I'm not buying from them anymore. I refuse to
Mhm.
buy from them ever again. But I still have pieces that I'm waiting
We've
for
got
from them.
Joker on its way, man, from him, and like
Yeah,
you're the same as me. I got mine from there. I don't
yeah.
think I'm gonna get mine this side of Christmas.
Yeah, you know what I
I'm
mean?
convinced of
So
that.
it's some bullshit that's going
Mhm.
on with them right now. And I actually sent them out a message and I'm gonna start putting them on blast. Like literally,
Mm.
it is the worst experiences that I've actually had from them as of late. And I'm done. I'm really done. But it is what it is. But yeah, this will be, definitely something that I'll wait on. Who knows when I get it. But again, it is something that, I will get. Now I want to break away from figures real quick for a second. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And I want to because I know that this is something that um uh we've gotten information on as of yesterday during the Prime One event.
Yeah.
This is something that and a lot of people have been talking about. Real quick, we got a super chat. What grill do you always ask Santa for? We'll get into that. That's a really good question. We'll
Mhm.
talk about that shortly, but because that's a good question. I
Good
do want to
question. Yeah.
tackle.
Yeah.
But I know that this is something, again, and then we're going to actually go, again, we want to get through these figures because we want to get on to Lou's posing session as
Mhm.
well. But I know this is something, Rich, that you have been excited about. Um, and something that you're like, wow, like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah.
um, and this dropped as of yesterday. With
It was hinted last night at the back end of the first part of the 10th anniversary of Prime One. This came through. It showed you the making of it, and it looks. How nice does that look? That's third scale as well,
Mhm.
so it looked very nice with my Prime One Hush that I've got over my right shoulder. I love Keaton. I've got the premium format one there. It's quarter scale. This is stunning. I love it. I love what they've done with the Keaton Bruce as well. Yeah, I'm all in on this one. And the thing
Mhm.
is, as well, because obviously they've got the Val Kilmer, they've got two different versions of that. They've got the Sonar suit, which comes out, I think, next year. And they've
Yeah.
got the other one, which is the black suit at the beginning of the film. That's in third scale as well. In
Mhm.
theory, you could get a bit of a Batman lineup of third scale, and obviously you got the Robert Pattinson one as well. In theory,
Mhm.
that could be something that I could go down the route of just basically just focusing on just on that. I'm so in. The suit looks spot on, exactly the
Mhm.
same as because obviously it's very 80s what he was wearing in the film.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
But it looks badass. I'm really happy with it. I think the suit looks great on the bat suit as well. The cape, which is always something that is a bit of an issue with, especially with Hot Toys, for the Keaton cape, that looks amazing as well. I'm really happy with it. The only problem is that sometimes with Blitzway and Prime One, they tend to sometimes deviate somewhat from the prototype, and it's kind of like a bit of an issue for a lot of people. For me, I've never had really that much of an issue. The only ones that was the Heath Ledger one that they
Yeah.
did, which looks so different to what the prototype was in the actual reality. But yeah, really happy with it. I don't know how much it is yet, but I'm happy. I'm happy to
Yeah.
know. Interested. Yeah, I think it looks great. Looks spot on.
Yeah. Yeah. I that's the thing. Like, it definitely looks incredible. For me, I'm a six scale guy. First statue, second. And this is Keaton 89, and it speaks volumes, especially considering the simple fact that Prime One is also releasing that Catwoman.
Catwoman as well. Yeah.
Exactly. Like that would be definitely a good companion piece, depending, how you see it. But it looks good. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, because I just got that again at Mars Toys Joker that came in, and it looks good. That piece looks good. I took it out the box, took a look at it. I cannot wait to pose it
You
up.
took
But
something out the box?
well, I took it out to take a look at it. I take all my figures out the box to take a look at them first, and then I put them back in until I'm able to actually get to like the posing session. You know what I mean? No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
But nah, it looks good. Lou, what do you think about this, man?
Bro, it's immaculate. It's beautiful. I don't do statues. I don't do third scale stuff. I'm already having a tough time with this quarter scale Spawn that I have. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, it's a one-off. I'm gonna have a nice little, cabinet just for it itself, and then accent some old classics behind it. But other than that, I'm not doing nothing else with it. And it's a statue. You don't do nothing with it but admire it and the quality, the majesty that is the artistry that's on the medium it's on, and just admire it. And it's a beautiful piece. You can't deny that. Looks like Keaton right there.
Definitely.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Let me answer this question real quick. I'm gonna let you continue, Lou. Lael, you get the Queen's woman, Wonder Woman yet? No, hasn't arrived yet.
Damn,
hasn't arrived yet. I've been
Same
waiting
company?
from that from Spec Fiction for a minute. Hasn't arrived yet. So no.
Get money back.
I'm right there. I'm actually tempted to just say, you know what? I don't care anymore. Just get my money back. Because it hasn't arrived yet. It has been months now. It has been months. When I say months, this thing was released early July, like early in the summertime, and I still haven't received it yet. Here as we're going into the new year, I'm ready to get my money back at this point. And I might send them a message to say, you know what? Never mind. That's just where I'm at. And I think a lot of people have been saying with Queen Studio stuff gets delayed, but this has been delayed for a minute. And I'm just to the point where, okay, all right, whatever. I just don't want it anymore. That's where I'm at. And that's sad to say, but it's just, I've been waiting for too long, way too long. Anyway, yeah, I haven't gotten it yet, but yeah, go ahead. Continue, Lou.
Yeah, like I want to see that Batman real quick because Keaton looks amazing. Like,
I'm about to pull that up in a second here.
It's flawless. Like, look at the bow tie on that. That is a perfect bow tie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to tie a bow tie, but damn, that looks like a perfect bow tie. You know what I'm saying? I know how it's supposed to look. I can never get it right. I'm more of a long tie guy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they're purposefully light in that. Because obviously they probably haven't completed the full version of it, because they've not given a full on light up statue look on this one. But it looks fantastic. It looks spot on. I didn't really put that very well, but yeah, it looks great. I'm really happy about it. Prime 1 event, another 20 Batman statue announcement. Can't lie, it's really hard to get. Yeah, well, I think the thing is as well, obviously Batman's popular, so with DC they did a Constantine one that looked really cool. This is only the first part of 2 parts for the Prime 1 announcements that they did. They did loads. They did like a Transformers one. I watched Will's stream last night on it, and they did Transformers. One of the ladies from Last of Us on part 2. So they did quite a few different ones, but this was the only one that was of note for me in particular. There's loads on there. There's all sorts.
Yeah, this looks good, man. I'm still waiting for my 6 scale. I need them to, because they, again, San Diego Comic-Con, they put this out on the slate. We actually did see the 6 scale version out there. If they're going to do it as a re-release, come on, man, it's the best time to do it. Like, let's go. Like, let's go 2.0. Let's go. I want it. I definitely want it, and I will get it.
I'll take it with that Spider-Man style body that they have ratchet joints and everything in it, please. You know what I mean? Like, give me that. Give me that.
Definitely, man. I gotta have it. But yeah, it's going to be an amazing piece for those who ever actually pick it up. Anybody that's going to have that level of interest. We got here. Let's see here. Yeah, superhero displays. I resist statues, but stuff like this makes it hard. Definitely, man. I'm right there with you, man. This is going to be a definitely beautiful piece. to have in your collection. So yeah, we'll definitely see how that goes, man. Again, I'm just learning that I don't have luck with getting statues from companies unless it's Hot Toys because
Mhm.
it gets delayed. I mean, I'm Sideshow because it gets delayed and I have to wait. I mean, again, it's just ridiculous. And you know, it is what it is. Not gonna cry over spilled milk. I just get my money back.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. That's
Getting
that's
money
just how
back.
it goes. And I'm gonna send a message probably today and just like, yeah, I just like to have my money back at this point because it's
Mhm.
just delayed, and I can't wait that long. Um, but yeah. So let's see here. What else did we actually got? So really quick, because like I said, I want to get to sort of the show, and I wanted to keep it short. I know Rich, you got stuff to do,
Yeah.
but yet we want to actually also jump into like this posing exposition from my guy all day. Um, you know, to kind of just give us like just some insight on how to keep our displays running and looking great. So definitely want to do that. Now let me ask you a question. Rich, we talked about this briefly on the
Rice and
show
chai.
on Rise and Chai the
Yeah.
other day.
Yeah.
And it's basically dealing with a particular statue, I mean, a particular figure, and that is the Black Widow.
Mhm.
Now, mind you, I know I'm going to get it because, like I said, I'm a completionist. I love Scarlett Johansson. You know, I love her portrayal of Black Widow. I don't think that anyone else can touch this figure. I mean, I could touch the character as she did. You know what I mean? She's put a stamp on it. But we're seeing here that again, like I'm asking this question specifically, and I want to bring her up as reference. Do we
Mhm.
think that Hot Toys is in a space where they're rushing to get pieces out? So because of that, there might be less focus and attention on making sure that when companies are manufacturing these pieces and producing these features, I mean, these pieces, that is less attention on the sculpt or the detail, the quality they might have actually given us in the prototype, that now they're just rushing to put these pieces out. Now, I know a lot of people think that, okay, no, it looks great to me, but there's been a lot of pushback on this piece, and I can guarantee you that this is going to occupy space in their warehouse for a
Yeah.
bit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not going to be something that a lot of people are going to jump on. And it's the thing is though, out of the two between this one and the black, I know I wanted the black one, but this it looks so different because it is a white
Mhm.
suit. You know what I mean? So it does beg, you know,
Yeah.
that
It
much
stands out
attention.
more with that.
It
Yeah.
stands out
Yeah.
more. So do you think
I
it's
think
just that they have
um
so much on their slate that, you know, again, what do
well,
you think, Rich?
I think yeah, I think compared to what we first saw, it was like one of the Comic Cons. She was there. She filled the suit. She looked athletic. It looked great. The head sculpt looked awesome. The hair looked amazing. I really liked the look of that one when it was in the first announced. This looks so different. The physique is not there. She looks very skinny, and because it's a white suit, which obviously is from the film, but her
Mhm,
she literally looks like a lollipop head, and her head looks massive in comparison to the rest of her. I think the sculpt is she's wider. Her face looks wider. I don't know. It's because of the hair. I'm not a fan at all of this, and I think maybe the hair looks different because maybe the sculpt's exactly the same as the previous one, and they've slotted the hair on, and it just looks so different. I haven't seen any hands-on reviews yet, so sometimes these blogger photos probably don't do it justice. And we've said this before about lighting and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm not nowhere am I picking this up. And even if it was really, really cheap, I wouldn't pick it up.
mhm,
Not for anybody who is going to pick it up. I'm not disrespecting anybody. That one doesn't look too bad. But like for me, yeah, it's a definite no. Maybe they are rushing. Maybe they've got too much on their slate where they just need to get it out there. And the thing is, obviously, we're partly to blame as well because obviously we're talking about it so much
mhm,
with stuff like this, where it's like, oh, where's this, where's that, and maybe
mhm,
sometimes they may need to pump the brakes a little bit and focus on the quality before they push it out there.
mhm,
In my
mhm.
opinion.
Lou, is this something that you're gonna pick up, bro?
Me personally, no. Maybe my wife will want it in the Femme Fatale collection, but I told her I'll get her the black one instead, just so that way there will be some representation. And for me, like getting white, it's very, very off-putting. Like I said before, it might yellow. It might yellow the
Mhm,
suit. It's
Yeah.
possible, but I've been corrected before because of a certain Star Wars character wears all white on the top with a nice, beautiful white cape,
Oh
and
yeah, that
he's been
Ray
holding up.
is amazing. I got that Ray. I have
Hmm.
that Finnick. I mean that
Hmm.
Krennic.
Krennic, yeah,
Yeah, Krennic.
exactly.
Yeah, it holds up like the white. I have no problems with it. It's not directly in any type of harsh lighting, that
Hmm.
would change the color. So it looks good. It looks good.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm not getting it. I'm not
No,
definitely not getting it. It's a no
Yeah,
for me.
fellas, I have to shoot. I've got this family thing I just need to sort out. So,
yeah,
uh,
man. Yeah,
yeah. Thank you so much for having me on. It's always a pleasure. Sorry, it's a bit of a quick one today, but
yeah,
needs
not a
must.
problem, man. We
All right.
definitely understand that. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for being
Appreciate it.
here. Like I said, me and Lewis Soldier on with
Yes.
Hmm.
the show. So thank you for definitely being in here
Oh, pleasure, man.
with
Thank you.
us. And yeah, attend with your family, man. Like I said, I mean, that's
Thank you.
definitely most
Yeah.
important. And we'll
Yeah.
check you out next week.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
bro.
good. All right, guys. You take care. See you
All
soon.
right. See you later,
Likewise.
See you,
bro.
man.
See you later,
Bye.
Be
Bye.
brother.
well.
But
Ciao.
yes. So yeah, Lou, again, Mario's out there. Mario, if you want to jump in, let us know, man. I know you probably busy. You probably sitting around lounging around, man. But if you want to jump in, definitely I can send you the link. Anybody, wants to, come in on the panel that we know that we're, good with, definitely if you want to, jump in, just let us know. But
Yeah, yeah, Mario, come on, pose, pose. Come on, Mario,
he
let's
said,
pose.
Mario, come on, pose. You know what I mean? I
Let's
don't know.
pose.
Mario's a little bit of a chicken sometimes, bro. You know what I mean? He don't like. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I ain't baiting him. I know he
I
got a
didn't
lot of
say
stuff
that,
going on.
Mario.
Nah, nah,
Hermano,
nah,
I did
nah,
not
nah,
say that.
nah. We're not saying that. Nah, whatever. But yeah, I just think with there's a lot that's going on. Like there's a lot that's
Oh,
basically on their slate right now, man. There's a lot that they're dealing with. Like again, like they have this, they just, and then there's some of the figures that they've basically just announced, that we know that they've actually announced here, not too long ago, that, again, we don't, there hasn't been, there, put it this way, like, for instance, the stat, you know what I mean? When we talk about that stat,
yes.
when we talk about, you know what I mean? Not the stat, but the bark trooper. We're
Yeah.
talking about that particular figure, which I'll, pull up here in just a second here. My computer just has a mind of its own.
And
But we'll
Commander
pull that
Alpha
up here.
too.
Yeah, we'll basically pull that. Yeah, like that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
When we
that's
see a lot of
crazy.
these, yeah, like we see a lot of it. And the thing is, for the interest of space for me, is just like I, this again, this even with this, they haven't announced it yet, but we know that they're going to be announcing this Daredevil soon. From the She-Hulk line, and it's funny that they released or they are announcing this first before She-Hulk. We talked about that already.
Hmm.
Is this interesting? It's an interesting choice on a route that they went with this, versus where they could have gone. And again, I know that it's going to be a custom body. Like that body is going to be a new body that they're going to actually have to come up with.
Hmm.
And that's one of the reasons why, again, it's probably taking long. But we know we're going to see this first, and they'll probably end up announcing it this week, Lou. They'll probably end up
Oh,
announcing this figure this week. We'll probably see a reveal this week. But I think I can predict that we're gonna. I can't predict it, but I believe we're gonna get like another 2 or 3 releases this week. What do you think, bro?
oh, I definitely going to get at least 2 or 3 releases. It's the holiday season coming up, so they have to, keep the books green and keep our interest peaked. Plus, with the new competition around town, they don't want to give no room for your
Mm-hmm.
wallet to go venture out anywhere else. And
Mm-hmm.
that's if you're collecting either Marvel or Star Wars or DC or any other IEP that's being produced by Hot Toys.
Yeah.
So they want to make sure that they got you on lock, regardless of who's making it, when they making it, when it drops, whatever the case may be. They want to make sure that you guys are locked in. Your wallet is locked in.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I'm expecting She-Hulk to come out. I just hope that with her, it's like her cousin. Give me seamless joints, please.
Yeah.
Seamless,
Seamless,
seamless.
definitely give us seamless joints because it's going to make the most sense. Um, because if not, it's going to look horrible if they don't do it. It
Hmm.
has to give it like literally. They can give us, bro. If they can give us that, body, seamless, come on, man. Like, are you kidding me? Like, why wouldn't you? It just makes the
Yeah.
most sense. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
have this again. We won't touch on it too much, but
Oh
we
yeah.
got the ARC Trooper 501st
Mm-hmm.
Legion ATRT.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that was revealed, and a lot of people are pre-ordering this. Not to really talk about it too much, but we are seeing a lot from them right now. We're seeing a lot, and we are in the eye of the storm, definitely, but tis like I said, tis the season for those pockets to be broken.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what we're seeing. Like a lot of pockets are being emptied out, this year. You know what I mean? And it is something to be, looked at, something to be thought about. Like, are we in a space now where again we have to be completely selective? You know what I mean? It is, but also if you planned ahead, like I planned ahead on a lot of figures that I pre-ordered and paid off, such as, for instance, when we talk about figures that we can expect, one of the ones that's going to be dropping, I just got notification on it this week. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just as a matter of fact, just 2 days ago, I got notification that on the 23rd, this figure is going to be dropping and shipping. X Wolf is going to be shipping this week. Like literally.
Ooh.
Axe Wolves is going to be shipping this week. There's been notification. Um, we've gotten notification. I actually got notification on it that it's going to be shipping on the 23rd. I believe if anybody out there who has it on order, you probably got the same thing. That this figure is shipping this week.
Mm-hmm.
So just be prepared. You probably already got the notification from Sideshow if you had it on order. Again, knowing that Bo-Katan is coming, you have to complete the line, and this figure is going to be, it's so just keep it in mind. We're going to be seeing production photos on this probably this week.
Yeah,
You know
this
what I
is
mean?
after Christmas, New Year's purchases for me, man.
Yeah,
I didn't pre-order nothing.
yeah.
I'm just reserving my money for
Mm-hmm.
something a little bit bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Mm-hmm.
just,
And
like
that's how
keeping
it's
it
going to
back.
be for a lot of people. Like you're scaling back
Hmm.
right now, just waiting, because there's going to be a lot that's coming, a lot that again, um, my factor was just for like I haven't pre-ordered anything. Anything. I think the last figure that I basically pre-ordered was the Black Panther, and that was it.
Mm,
I haven't pre-ordered anything else. Again, because it's just being prepared. You know what I mean? With Christmas and everything, the holiday season, the kids, family, stuff like that, you have to basically be prepared and just kind of be more aware, in a sense that this is actually happening. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely
hmm.
see.
Oh yeah,
What is
but I'm
this?
definitely
Oh,
getting that ATRT though. I'm definitely gonna get that when it drops.
Oh, CT 603 says the old man Logan goes up for order for pre-order
See?
tomorrow from Soso. So Soso
Yeah.
is basically in the fray now. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So wow, like that's what I'm saying. Like that's gonna be another because they're a lot of their
They're gonna.
mystery figures. They're releasing a lot of their mystery figures. There's a lot of talk around surrounding their mystery figures, and we're starting to see that now. Like we're
Yeah.
literally starting to see that now. So
They showed images of it too, and he comes with a nice gun and whatnot, but he looks like a Clint Eastwood Wolverine, dead ass.
mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
looks so good, and he's very, very, very tempting to get. But unfortunately for me, it's the holiday season. You know
Yeah,
what
bro.
happens in the holiday season. You set aside your wants and your desires for a moment to please the family and keep everything else, in order because that's extra expenses that you have to plan ahead for. And like, Christmas is right there. You're just a month away. And you're like in the stores trying to shop. I don't shop like that. No, no, no. I get
Yeah,
it
bro.
early on, right after Thanksgiving. Boom, all the stuff is paid for, done. Boom, under the tree, and people just have to wait.
Yeah. Like look at this, bro. Like this is
Hmm.
and now they're showing. Look at that. Look at that old man Logan. Because
Yep.
that wasn't up there a couple days ago, bro.
Nope. 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 Nope.
So that's what I'm saying. Like now it's up. And it's an old man Logan with the guns, bro. Wow.
Hmm. And a duster, a proper duster. This
A
is this is that
proper
comic
duster.
book. This is that comic book Old Man Logan, true to the comics. And dude, it it's so tempting. It's so tempting, but I can't do it now. I know I'm
Nah.
gonna end up paying a penalty. I'm gonna pay a penalty
Or
later on.
see, the only thing is, okay, so the figure on here that was most anticipated for me was Rogue. I had to do it.
Yeah.
I needed that Rogue. I mean, if you have Gambit, the Rogue was basically it was a must, and I had to have
Hmm.
it. It was a no brainer for me. It was one that I had to get, one that I definitely wasn't passing on. So I'm glad I actually got that in hand. Again, this is going to be interesting because we can see down there, if you look, that right, that's Dr. Manhattan. We see that. We see the Witcher. We see Soldier Boy from
Hmm.
the boys. The last one, I'm not who. What is the last one? If
That one,
anybody,
that's Dr. Manhattan.
no. The
Which
one
one?
here, the one next to Soldier Boy. Anybody else know what that one is?
That's Dr. Manhattan. No, is it not Dr.
Mm-mm.
Manhattan? Hold
Dr.
on. Let me.
Manhattan's the one before the Witcher.
Okay, okay.
I'm trying to figure what this last one is. Anybody out there? Can you let me know?
Oh, Mr. Knight. That's
Is that? Oh
probably it,
yeah, Mr.
Mr.
Knight.
Knight.
Mr. Knight. That's what it is. That's what it is. Mr. Knight. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had to look at it. Remember, tiny phone.
Okay. I got it. Mr. Knight. That's what it is. Jonathan, thank you very much for that, man. I appreciate that. We got $1.79 super chat by Superhero Displays. Lou was Lou, what are those gloves and can I get them on size? That's funny.
No, you get them on Amazon Prime for about $12 a pack. Okay,
Yeah.
and it's cold where I'm at. That's why I'm wearing a jacket now because I'm in the garage where I stream where it's quiet. So
Mhm.
it's pretty cold in here.
Pretty
So
cold in here.
last time you saw me, I had gloves on because it was cold. But
Oh,
it also
definitely.
it works in tangent with what I'm doing with the collection too. So
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, like again, get your wallets ready, man, because like I said, I mean, this is no joke. Like where we're at right now, we are definitely in the eye of a storm. And things are happening, things are coming, they're coming around like wildfire. And it's to be expected. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, it's like one of those situations where we knew it was coming. We knew it. No, you can't say that you didn't actually know that this was going to actually happen because it is. It's just a matter of, are you ready for it? Are you prepared? Are you properly prepared? Again, I was just talking to Toya last night. Yesterday we it's more about the kids right now.
hmm
I'm not in it for, right now it's just making sure that the kids have everything that they need. And then after the holidays, that's when, basically we can shift back into,
back in the
figures
grind.
now. Yeah, back in the grind. And that's where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? So we'll
Hmm.
see. We'll definitely see how that pans out. And how that's gonna work. But yeah, let me know. I mean, everybody out there, what you're getting your hands on, man. Like, we are definitely in the eye of the storm. And here's the thing. I'm predicting, and this is just clearly a prediction, because again, this is no information. I haven't gotten anything. I don't know, but there is one figure out there that I need. There's a couple of them. When I think about it, ones that I'm like, come on, man, like where are you? That Ahsoka, like that Rosario Dawson, Ahsoka from The Mandalorian. You know what I mean? Where's that at? You know what I mean? Because we just got Bo-Katan. You're giving us Axe Woes, but where is Ahsoka? Are we going to see Ahsoka before the holidays? You know what I mean? That's the thing. Do you think we'll actually end up seeing this figure before the holidays,
Oh,
Lou?
more than definitely, because it's similar to the pattern that they had last year where things were just popping up every week. Every other week there was another announcement, another drop, another drop, another announcement, another drop, another drop. And it was always on the cusp between what was it, Halloween into Christmas. I
Mm-hmm.
remember that clear as day last year. It's like it was one thing after another, after another, after another, after another. And we're kind of reiterating everything that we experienced last year, and we're doing it
Mm-hmm.
again this year because it's happening again. And we're definitely going to see Ahsoka coming out this year. As a matter of fact, if you remember clearly, Zombie Deadpool is like one of the last figures that they um
Mm-hmm.
had announced or was released before the new year. It was
Mm-hmm.
that and Spider
The
Gwen
Gold Number One Woman, they basically
and Golden
released
Armor
before the
Woman.
new year. Spider
Mm-hmm.
Gwen definitely was released before the
Mm-hmm.
new year. Um, so they had
I
went in
love.
on certain figures that we actually got before the new year.
Oh,
Uh,
Boba Fett 2-pack,
Boba
right?
Boba Fett 2-pack, exactly. That was
So,
released before the new year. We just recently got Boba Fett on the Throne, which was pushed up because that was actually supposed to be later on in the year, but it was pushed up, so we got that. Um, but yeah, this one is highly anticipated. I know we got Beskar Kid out there. I know he cannot wait. He also
oh
can't wait
yeah.
for me, motherfucker. That's my guy. I love me some a Beskar Kid, man. He's just I love his presentation. In and out, short and sweet, and he gets it done. Love that dude. But yeah, I know this is basically high on a lot of people's radar. It's just a matter of when. They might make that announcement this week. I mean, they might. Again, I know Howard is trying to get stuff out before Christmas. You know what I mean? He's trying to get stuff out before that Chinese New Year. And he's doing the best way he's doing the best he can to get it out, I guess. Um, but yeah, this is definitely going to be one of those things. Again, somebody, yeah, CT603, that James T. Kirk, that just like bro, that just dropped. Like it just they pulled it
It
up
was
here, bro.
limited.
It was
Limited.
basically a limited edition and it just dropped. Like I was talking to Robert Meyer Burnett. They put that
Hmm.
thing out and it has already shipped for a lot of people.
Yeah,
Like
it was
literally,
already precursor.
look at
It
this.
was
It's
a.
already shipped for a lot of people. It's up for pre-order on Sideshow, but
Hmm.
this thing is already shipped for a lot of people. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
Like, look at
Hmm.
that.
It's a
So
beautiful piece, man. It's
it's
beautiful.
definitely a beautiful piece, man. But it's just like, wow, like where do we go from here? Like, where are we literally gonna go from here, man?
To
Like,
a place far, far away.
mm-hmm. But it looks good. It definitely looks like a great piece, man. You know, I didn't get my hands on it. I mean, I can try to
Hmm.
pre-order it through them, but again, it's look at that. Look at that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, but I mean, I'm more so for me, um,
Yeah. I
I'm
think
a
me and you
Wrath
in
the
the
Con
same.
dude.
Yeah, baby. Let's go.
I'm a
Wrath
Wrath
of
the
Khan.
Con dude. So that's what I'm saying. Like all those figures from Wrath the Con,
Yeah, it's
Spock,
coming home.
McCoy,
McCoy.
you know what I mean, Kirk, Khan
Khan himself.
himself. Yeah, like that's where I'm at. Like that's basically me. Like I need that all day. So again, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's interesting, man. Like when we look at these things, it's a lot. It's a lot to choose from. And again, like you said, Lou, unfortunately, a lot of these things are going to take a back seat, you know what I mean, to the holidays.
Hmm.
Everybody's going to, there's going to be a waiting period for it. But this Catwoman, bro. And this is Prime 1 too. Man.
Yeah, bro. Can't get
Yeah,
it, man.
this it's tempting. It's definitely tempting. And I know getting it through Sideshow, at least I know that the one thing is about Sideshow, say what you will, when they get it in stock, there's no delay. There's no
Hmm.
delay getting it out. They get it out as soon
Hmm.
as it's available. That shipping is shipped. They have the best shipping in the business. They get it out quick, and you get it in hand in a couple of days. And that's what I love about them. I'm not going to front. Say what you will. It's a more secure way of getting your pieces. So I do love that. When they're on, they're on. When they're not, they're not. It is what it is. You just have to take it with a grain of salt. Um, but still love it. But anyway, yeah, man. Everybody out there, just let us know what you thinking. And we are definitely in the eye. We are in the triple eye that storm right now, and it is something that again, to be expected. So we'll see. We'll see how it is. Lou, what's going on with you, brother? How you feeling right now? I know you cold, man, but I want to get
I'm
into this because
freezing, bro.
I know. I want to get into this, man, because again, we talk about one of the biggest things that we talk about is how much we want to display our pieces. The proper way to display your pieces And the thing is, there's so many things you can actually do with it. It's just one of those things where, again, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be immaculate, but at the same time, what do we get these pieces for? We get them to display. We get them to pose. It's posing up. That's why the articulation's there. I know a lot of people like this museum poses. They like just the character poses. But for us, again, it's just one of those situations whereas, we're posers. We love to pose our figures. We love to basically give it, a certain, stylistic interpretation in your display. So tell us, bro, like explain to us, I want you to take it from here and just explain to us ways on how we can bring our displays to life and make it look good, bro.
So first and foremost, it's yours. If you're in here for investment, you're in the wrong business. And I say that because there's other things you can do with investments and actually make money faster and more proper and
Yes,
secure
yes.
than figures. Because honestly, this could take a back seat. And when we have another situation and we're in situationships, ain't nobody thinking about buying at that point in time. They're thinking about survival. You feel me? So you got to really, be about your your money and know how to you know square that circle, so to speak. But here, it's your figure, your money. You may not want to break it. That's fine. None of us want to break our stuff, but you also want to, pose your stuff, play with them for the most part, because these are toys, and it's just a different appreciation of it. You can't compare this to a Marvel Legend, even though some people compare these to Marvel Legend figures. But it has a specific presence and detail. So, what do you want to do? You want to show off its flaws, or do you want to show off what it can actually do? So, for instance, here's a perfect example. Venom Pool. Move him to the back. And Venom Pool. He has a very seamless body, as you can tell. Very seamless, right? You get seams only at the ankles, wrist, waist, neck, and the top of the shoulder. That's it. So, you'll have a limited range of movement for the most part, depending on how far you want to go. So let's say, especially with those ratchet joints. Oh my God, love those ratchets. But this is how far you're gonna get. You're not gonna get too much, but the suits are kind of restrictive. You're gonna have some restrictions. It's gonna look like he's not really doing much, but he is doing a lot, right? So let's say you want to give him a nice pose and have him like kind of step into the side, bring him out, and let's give him a little bit more attitude. Head on, twist to the side, and bring that shoulder out. Just let me see if I can get his head to turn a little bit more, and boom. See, a figure with attitude. You get what I'm saying? Just a little bit, just a little something to spice up your collection. You know what I mean? It's like you always don't want to have him pose. You always don't want to, what's the word I want to use? You don't want to break your figure, but you do want to pose them up and keep them posed. There's ways to do it, ways not to do it. And yes, I'm dropping everything right now because I am posing the hell out of this figure right now. So you have options. So let's move him out the way and get to somebody that, Rich wanted to see, but unfortunately he had to leave. Venom, another guy. Same thing, same deal. You got poses and stuff, and I left the hose, excuse me, the holes exposed, so that way, it's easy access to, put in stuff for display. So let's say I want to have him very simple, stoic, but still posed. You could always bring his leg up and have him here. This is very simple stuff, not rocket science. Take a dummy figure, whatever figure you want, have him stand right on top of the bad boy like that, and just balance him out. You want to make sure that you get your footing and make sure that it's really planted there, and he is not going to budge for whatever reason. You get what I'm saying? It's not that hard to pose a figure and keep him like that. Like you could keep him like this and it'll be okay. Shake it a little bit, shaking it. You see me shaking it. And he's not gonna go nowhere. Work on your balance on your figure. Start from the bottom up and figure out where you're gonna pose them. Then when you know where you're gonna place them, you fiddle with the arms and stuff. You know what I mean? Let's take this hand out, and let's say I want to put on. Let's say if I want to put another grabby hand on. You know what I mean? And I don't want his mouth open, and I just want him to kind of just show his teeth. You get what I'm saying? Just like nice happy grins, happy smiles everywhere. You know what I mean? You want to give him something like that. You know, make sure you got your weight distribution on point. You know where he's standing, right? You know exactly where he's going to be planted. And then you move from there. You make sure he's planted, right? And you know he's teetering a little bit, arch his back. Make sure you know what you're doing with your fucking figures, you know? Just make sure you pose them. Get something light, not too heavy. Another figure. And just balance them out. Fill them out. And there you go. Easy, peasy, not too hard. Shake them up a little bit. Shake them up a little bit. Done. Once you know what you're going to do with your figure, you're set. You're set. Shake them up again.
And there's no damage. There's no damage. There's no integrity. You know, like again with Venom, one of the biggest things that a lot of people were questioning was, you know, again, the biggest problem was the joints, but also the suit itself. Was it peeling? Have you had any peeling issues with your piece, bro?
Yes, I've had peeling issues on my piece, but it kind of blends in with the figure anyway. It's not unsightly. You can literally fix that up with the 303 wipes or Shimizu grease. And here's the thing, that's due to the simple fact this was rushed.
Yeah.
You can tell because a lot of the paint itself will start to peel because it was very sticky.
Yeah.
It was very, very sticky. So, you know, when something's not cured properly, you know, it tends to stick. But I only have it on certain areas like a vein up here and down here on this portion of the leg. And that's pretty much it. I didn't have it anywhere else around the figure itself. So it's just those minor spots and that's it. And you can never really tell because of the way I take photos of him and the way he's displayed. And the same thing goes for the Spider-Man figures. There's certain things that you'll do with your Mark IV, which I know this is something you wanted to see, Leo.
Yeah.
Because he has a specific suit that the creases will stay.
And it's a hard figure to really not. I mean, you can pose it up, but it's just because of the suit, how shiny the suit is. And then on top of that, like the creasing on that suit being though, it is, I mean, hyper shiny. You know, it would shine through or show through. So what do you think, bro?
Yeah, like the shine is there. See, mine's I put it through the ringer. And I pose them a lot. But because of the design of this specific suit, it's not like the classic suit, which you have more free reign. If you look under the arms, I have some type of crackage because I actually hyperextend the arms. But it's not that bad for me, in my opinion, because I play with my figures. I pose my figures. So if I wanted to get his arms up, I can. And this is as far as I'm willing to go.
Yeah.
Right? Like without ripping the suit. Like I've done higher. But you know, that's the suit itself. It's going to crack. The paint itself, it will crack. And it's okay for me because I know that if I'm going to do limits, this is as far as you guys may want to go, and that's not much due to the you know design of the suit, the shoulder muscles that are put into this suit. It really doesn't do you any favors. It's just, you know, looks good. You could bend the elbows and have him, you know, do some stuff like that and still keep the pristineness under the arms. But then you run the risk of doing stuff over here because this suit specifically is not as forgiving. I push mine to the limit, and you see me put him in crazy poses with his legs and stuff. And there's no issues on his legs. It's just under here because of the way they sewn the suit. So there's not enough give to it. But here on the legs, there's give. You know, you can pose him up. You know, he has the ability to pose, he will suffer a little bit of damage if he's there for too long. And that's what I've done. I had him like literally in a pose for a day,
Yeah.
just to see what will happen. And that little crease is what happened, just that little crack within the suit, that little gray spot. And I have it on both arms because I had him, stretched out just to see how far it would last. And this is my toy. I paid for this. This is for me to
Yeah.
have fun with. And
Yeah.
if you don't want that and you want the suit to look pristine, by all means. And do I agree that having the what you call it, the fabric suit is better? Of course. I'm a poser. That's what I want. Let me see. Did it start peeling after you treated it, Lou? Actually, no. This was way when I first got it, and I wanted to put the schnitzel grease, and I didn't do it first. But even if I did do the greaser early on, it would have hit somewhere, and it's only those two spots that
Mm.
actually suffered the most. Anywhere else that I covered this bad boy up. Like I did a whole
Mm-hmm.
video,
Mm-hmm.
putting him up. He actually came out first, like a little peel. I'm like, okay, let me see how far the schnitzel grease goes and the 303 goes. And so far,
You
there's
haven't
no
had a
more
problem. Gotcha.
continuation of peeling. That's
Gotcha.
why I say, cover your figures. But when I get my second Venom from Venom 2, he's going to be covered up and greased up and then placed in a nice little pose and stay there for as long as I wanted to. So
Definitely, definitely.
here's
I
one
haven't had a
that,
peeling issue yet, but again, we'll see.
yeah. So, you have reins to push this guy to the edge. Now, I'm going to put him back and show you the little creases there. You have maybe a little minor crease there. That's going to heal up, but it takes a while, a little bit of patience, and just leaving it there, setting it, forget it, and just let it heal back up in museum pose. Because this guy, he can pose, but um
Mm-hmm.
he's not one that you want to risk if you don't care for that armpit. Because honestly, I don't see it once it's in this pose. I
Once it's
don't see
back,
it no
and
more.
I guess that's basically what lends well with the figure itself because of how shiny it is. It's not like a dull matte type of figure. It's not like the classic suit where you would actually see those creases. Um, Again, and it's good. It's dope because I actually have this posed up next to the classic. You know what I mean? Because of how the
Yeah.
suit is and it looks good. You got superhero displays that says, Lou, you should make this a show. Good idea. You should definitely make it a show. He said you
Well,
should, like a posing show.
check out my review on Venom and how you grease him up, and then hit
Yeah,
that like button.
definitely, man.
I like that
Also,
idea. I may do it.
where'd you get that? So superhero displays also said, Lou, where did you get that diorama?
Oh, I got that on online on Big Bad Toy Store. It was a light up display. Me and Dockinator have the same one. I bought two of these light up ones, and that was like years ago when they actually had it in stock. The light up ones. Right now, they don't have it in stock. You only could get the two pieces that you can build this type of diorama with. It's a pain to assemble, but once you get it assembled, you're good.
Yeah, K Carter. Yeah, my Batman, my Spidey 2099 suit. Again, 2099 is like one of my favorite characters, one of my favorite Spidey suits. I push that to the limits and it's still good. It's still all gravy.
Yeah.
This is the only one where I'm really delicate with because the hand, the gauntlet on the arm, it popped off. I glued it back on, it's fine, but I had to make sure because it's really, really, really unstable. We also got my man, the Booty King, in the building. He says, Lou, I love that shirt. RIP to
Yeah,
the King,
it's a
JDF,
varsity
man.
jacket. It's
So
a varsity
definitely, he
jacket.
said, yeah, he said, shout out, bro. That is dope.
Yeah,
Um,
brother.
but yeah,
So
yeah. But look at that.
like you can pose this guy however you want. The most restrictions you're gonna get is in the arms.
Mhm.
That's where it's most restricted. You can pose them,
Yeah,
but the suit will pull it down, and you will get a little bit of restriction. But because of the way the gauntlet is designed, if you look back here, it's going to restrict you. Ooh, how do you take that iron sprite? I'm showing you right now, brother. Showing you right now. See, you can have fun with him. He
yeah.
may not have all the ratchet joints that you want, but he has enough to have some
It's a
fun. You
good
get what I'm
figure.
saying?
It's definitely an amazing figure, man.
Like what right now? Let me just get you guys situated and Show you. Boom. There you
Bam.
go.
There you go.
See, if you want it to be more secure, just bring it out a little bit. Make sure the weight distribution is key. Weight distribution is key. If you feel like, he's not going to stand, he's going to stand. He's going to stand. And, being that double jointed knees are not seamless and everything else is seamless, you're more worried about what's pinching, what's slicing, and so on and so forth. You want to be careful with the elbow specifically. Some of these will stab amongst each other, or the placement of the glue will affect where the suit is, and it will pinch and slice up the body. Hold up. When we gonna do pose up Miles, bruh? As soon as he gets it, he's getting here before Christmas. Don't worry, I'm gonna probably pay him off this weekend so that way we can get that on your show, Mario, and that way I can outpose you like I do every time. All right? Posing. There's your posing right there, Papa. Love Mario. That's my boy Mario. If you haven't seen El Profesoro and all his shenanigans, go check him out on his channel. Give him a like, give him a sub. Hit that bell notification when he pops up and gives us some of his grail pieces. He has some beautiful pieces over there too. And statue game is serious too. Don't slouch on his statue game. But yeah, man, like Spider-Man is one figure you want to pose, but you also want to be careful with the suit. But it's up to you. It's your toy. Do what you want with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do what you want with it. If you want it pristine and have it long lasting, good. If
You know what's
want it,
crazy, Lou? That
up,
with this
brother?
figure, I haven't seen a lot of people use the webbing because of the legs. Like a lot of people don't use the webbing. Like they don't use like I haven't seen a lot of people actually use the webs at all.
Oh yeah, well, because he has the repulsors. Why would you?
Why would you?
But
Exactly, right?
I had him in a web whipping pose. Hold on, what's that hand? If I can get that arm out, because it's a little tough to do it with gloves. Because it's so what's the word? Let me get these gloves out. Hold up. Go gloveless. No glove, no love. Nah, forget that. We're gonna give it love right now. Hold that thought. Give me a second. Gonna take out this hand right now and give you a web whipping pose if I can get it out, because it is so cold in here. Everything is so tight and it does not want to budge. And if I can't, so be it. Yeah, it's like that's one thing about this figure. The hands are so like restricted to just this specific spot right here to pop out.
Yeah.
Because this back piece does not do you any favors. And it's not coming out, and I don't want to use my teeth and ruin it. I'd rather use it's ball jointed. The ball joint's stuck in here.
Oh yeah, it definitely that's
a
yeah.
pain in the ass.
But the ball joints. So hopefully like innovation pushes them past that and we get something different, man.
Well, if they give us a ball socket joint similar to what Fison does, it'll still be there planted, but you'll have freedom of movement to move everywhere you want to go. So let's just pretend I have a thwipping hand, right? On this one. You can extend the hand and give him that kind of, web thwipping pose if you wanted to. Or a hand extended. You can get that. As you see, I have him bent all the way through. Still using the legs. Like this is such a fun figure. You can have so much fun with this figure, bro.
K Carter said, "Oh, y'all posing? I need it on that just to cook y'all and be." You know what? I'm gonna have to bring back. Like literally, I'm gonna have to bring back. Take your position live, man. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to bring it back live so we could get our posing exposition on, man. Like we'll have to do that and invite some people that want to come in and challenge. If y'all want to see take your position live back and make its return, let me know. And we'll basically make that happen. Like I said, I mean, if I get enough people that want it, then we'll bring it back. We'll definitely bring it back live. I do more so, like I said, just the videos posing up now than anything. But yeah, that looks good, bro.
See, and you're gonna get these bunching up, right? Just like that, and it's gonna heal. This will heal. This one is not as restricted as this one is in the arms, but it's pretty much the same material, but maybe a little bit thinner. But this figure right here, you can pose it up and leave it in a pose. My pose that I had it on earlier today, that
Mm-hmm.
he was there for a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I had him with the legs down, one leg up like this, and his arm was out this way. So I
Yeah.
had him kind of like this, but more with his leg out, and the spider legs was like down here, kind of like he was dodging. And I had a flight pole attached to one of the arms, so that way he doesn't fall off. It was a twist tie attached to
Yeah.
one of the dynamic poles that I have another Spider-Man in, and he's posing and he's kind of covering the leg where it's being tied up at, and you
Mm-hmm.
really can't see it, and it looks good on my display that I have in my room. But yeah, man, this is one of my favorite pieces here, and I waited a while for him to go either blue screen or parent. You know, it's just awesome, man.
Okay. So we get a lot. We get a lot of people that says bring it back. So we got to bring it back. We got to bring back. Take your position. I'll bring it back. Yeah, we'll bring it back. We'll definitely bring it back. Probably after the holidays. Probably after Christmas, we'll start bringing it back. We might even have a Christmas show. Who knows? We'll bring it back a little bit before Christmas and make it happen. We'll have a take your position challenge. So definitely, because we got the tag team champion 6-scale reviews. Mario said make it happen. Calvin Williams said make it happen. Kay Carter said make it happen. So again, we'll do it. We got to. I mean, yeah, we got to bring it back.
About tag team champions?
Yeah.
They could only have the tag team champion belt. They can't have the world heavyweight championship belt.
I don't know. Talk. Hey, okay. Yo, so cheating ass Dan, you heard your boy challenge you just now. What you gonna do? Your boy is challenging. He said, yo, you can't have the single title. He said, all you can have is the tag team champion. We got a challenge in the building. Shit.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it a stack.
Okay.
I still have the photos. Me and Fern were point separated.
Okay.
By one, and we didn't get to continue on Pose Wars. I saw everybody else behind me. So where you at?
Okay. So we're gonna have the triumphant return to Take Your Position 2023. It is going down in January. Be prepared. 2023. We are bringing back Take Your Position. I'm gonna prep work for this because definitely we are gonna have a challenge, and it's gonna be done differently. We're going to divide this up by teams. We're going to do it this way. Since we got Rich, we got. Okay, now I'm hyped. Okay, reviews. Okay, 6-scale reviews. One talk they ish because they got the world tag team champion. You got Dre. You got cheating ass Dan. Y'all want it? We gonna bring it. It is on. Mario said he wants some 2K Carter. I know you out there talking your ish. You saying you want to smoke people? Let's go. Best Guard Kid, if you want in, you can come in too. Let's go. We are going to bring it back. All right, here we go. It is that time. Y'all are talking shit. See, Lou, you see what the F you spark? People want to take your position. We're going to bring it back. We're going to sound a strong arm. Let's go.
Heavy be the crowners who wear it, but no one can actually sit at the table and dine with me, baby. I'm just saying, let's go.
Okay, hold on. Let's go. We got to bring it back. See, here we go. Now, hold on. Let me. Now y'all talking shit. Y'all ready to go? Okay. Take Your Position is coming back. It is going to make its triumphant return. Y'all want it? Y'all got it. It's going to happen. We're going to make that shit happen 2023, and it's going to be a whole new show, a whole brand new show, new intro, new everything. We going at them. Okay, we got some challenges now. I'm hot. I am hot. It is time to go, baby. Y'all want it? Come on, all day, every day. You know what it is. Take Your Position. January, we are going to make our, as a matter of fact, let me just take a look at this real quick.
Oh, shit. He's going into the book.
Let's go on the book. Okay.
Let's get it.
Be here. And this is how we going to do this. Be here January 8th. That is a Sunday. January 8th is going to be the triumphant return of Take Your Position, baby. If y'all are not ready, get ready because it's coming back. Brand new show, all new panel, and it's going to be an affair. Yes, we are bringing it back. Y'all wanted it. Y'all got it. So if y'all talking shit, back it up. It is dropping on January 8th. Yes, Take Your Position is coming back. Be prepared. Get your posing up. Get your skills up because we got some challenges out here. Who want it? All things are welcome. Dioramas, multiple figures, themes. We bringing it back on January 8th. It is going down. You shouldn't. Y'all shouldn't talk shit because it's on now. I am ready. Let's go. It is on. It's on. It's on. We about to do this. We about to do this.
See what happens when you talk to the crazy man. You awaken the beast.
Oh, you awoke a beast now. It is time to go. It is time to go. And Dan and Dre was out there talking shit. No, cheating ass Dan was out there talking shit. He popped in and talking shit, and then he bounced. Okay. He said, "Let's." He said, "Yo, let's go. Y'all don't want it. Y'all ain't want it."
Listen. I see toy robots, but I don't see no smoke. I said, I want smoke.
Okay.
I breathe that like Spiral the Magic Dragon, bro.
Okay. New figures is dropping too, and new dioramas. It's gonna be a totally different setup. Everything, as a matter of fact, January is gonna be start of a new setup. So everything you see back here is gonna be completely different. This setup is gonna be different. Starting in January, it's gonna be a whole new look for the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel. Definitely it's gonna be popping off. But y'all want it. Y'all got it. Y'all want to bring it back? We gonna do this. It is time. Y'all don't want that smoke. Look at all right. K Carter was like, "Whoo, okay, you K want Carter, it?" Yeah, K Carter is gonna. As a matter of fact, K Carter won some too. We gonna bring him in. He said, "What? Let's break some wrist pegs all day, every day. Let's get it going. This is how we gonna do it." I'm fired up now. I'm hot. I am ready. Lou, you did it today, bro. It's your effing fault. You did this. You started it.
I didn't do shit.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Nope. You started it. You did.
No. Mario started it.
Mario, yeah, he did.
Mario started it. See, he started it.
Okay.
Oh, when we're gonna pose up mine. Oh, wait.
Okay.
We're gonna pose up.
Okay.
But I like to. The challenge has been made before. All right, we did it on S-Beams. Like the challenge was made there. Challenge is made again. I told y'all we're gonna do this on Mario's channel. Once
Mr. Mom said, "Let's go." Okay, let's go.
Mr. Mom was good, bro.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Y'all wanted it. Y'all got it. So one more time, January 8th. It is going down. Yes. Take Your Position is going to be basically popping off. New show. Again, it's going to be a revamping of the process. We're going to make it look a lot cleaner, different atmosphere, different background. Be ready for it. Take Your Position all day. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see if I can get a logo in here. We're going to get everything going. It's going to pop off. Y'all want it. Now, here's the thing. Heavy is the crown heavy is the head that wears the crown. And we don't know who has the crown yet. Now, we got two individuals, Dan and Dre, who basically talk shit and said that they are the tag team champions. Y'all about to get dethroned because y'all got a whole bunch of people coming at your head. You just put a mark on your back. I hope y'all ready for it because it is going down. Take Your Position on January 8th. It is going down. I am happy. Lou, thank you for the presentation, bro. You already got it sparked today. You got the heat going.
It's still standing, though.
It is still standing. It is still standing. Everybody out there, show your appreciation for Lou for basically taking the time out of his day to do this. Make it happen. Shots fired. Figure posing returns. You know what it is. This is what we're going to actually do January 8th. I cannot wait. Oh, KG. Woo! KG said he wants in. Okay. Single songwriter. He said, "Yo, pose heard, seen around the world." Yes, it is. We are bringing it back. Take Your Position January 8th. It is going down. Everybody out there, thank you for being with us. Lou, let them know what you got going on, bro.
Well, I just recently put out that video that I've been waiting so long to do, which is the Hot Toys Squad Leader and Chrome Trooper comparison and review. Up on my channel. Also, Half Shell Saturday was up yesterday, so in case you didn't, pick up on it, it's there now. We're talking about the new drops. You'll catch me later on today with Casca on his channel. We're going to be at Pop Culture Living Room's channel later today. And then as being Monday, and then I'm probably free for the rest of the week because it's Thanksgiving weekend. I'm with the family.
You already know.
Unless, I pop in on your channel in the corner when something else drops.
Yeah. Hopefully, if it drops, I'm gonna be putting out there like, yo, Lo, you want to jump in? Let's talk about it. Let's go.
You already know.
You already know. Let's talk about it. If you haven't already followed Loco Lou on IG and YouTube, great information. Come on, man. Posing. And on top of that, he done sparked the beast. Y'all don't want it. Y'all got it. It is going to be taking position on January 1st. As a matter of fact, I'm going to start advertising it soon. Yes, it is going down. Let me start working on it. Let me start working on it. It's going to be crazy. Let's go. We are bringing it back. Dan and Dre, Mario. So we got Dan and Dre. We got Mario, Loco Lou. We got KG in the building. I know we're going to actually have Anthony from Figure Posing. He want to jump in on that every chance he gets. Yes, it's going to be a lot. And K Carter, if you want in, buddy, all you have to do is say you want in and you in. Definitely. And I want to see what Mario's going to do because Mario been talking shit in the background and just he throwing stones and hide behind a boulder. We're going to see how he's going to jump off. So again, we're going to see how that's going to pop off. We're going to get it going all day, every day. I cannot wait for this. It's going to be exciting. Thank you again, Lou, for coming in. Thank you, everybody out there. Remember, Thanksgiving initiative is going to be popping off or going into the holidays, going into Christmas. We thank you very much for today's show. Again, tune in next week. We will be back for another episode of Collectors Lounge International in full effect. Again, thank you for all the proceeds, everything that you've actually done. All super chats goes towards such a great cause. And on top of that, thank you for hyping up the show. Thank you for basically getting us prepared. I didn't know that everybody missed Take Your Position, but now that I know you missed Take Your Position, it's time to bring it back. And we're going to bring it back in a big way. So yes, thank you for that. I'm just going to, I'm still going to actually have the companion videos popping off. So definitely stay tuned for that. Who said what? Who said what? Who we got? Who said what? Who we got out there? Who's talking? RIP the legend. Yeah, RIP legend.
RIP the legend.
Jason David, definitely, man. RIP to the legend, and our condolences to him and his family out there.
Which I want to say real quick to Leo and everybody that's in the chat. I got absolute love for each and every one of you guys. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Got love for you, Leo, Mar.
Whoa, you went out there for a minute, Lou. We lost you, Lou. You still there?
I'm back.
Here you go. You're back.
My alarm went off. That was my wake up alarm.
Got you.
So I got love for every single one of y'all. Lael, Dan and Dre, Mario, Anthony Figure Posing Channel, Casca, Geeking Out. Every single person that I'm with. Brother Cousins, of course, Brother Cousins. Anthony, 6 Scale Mafia. There's so many of y'all that I follow, watch, and catch up back on. And if I don't catch up with you guys on the videos, I catch up with you guys actually through Messenger or through phone calls and whatnot. Y'all my boys, y'all my peoples. We all partake in this. And being that it's the holiday season and people are going through tough times, this is a reminder. Reach out. There's love everywhere. You just got to reach out.
Yes, definitely. Reach out, show your love, man. It's all it is. Hold up. And on top of that, we got El Profesor saying, I'm coming for all y'all. Okay. Love you, Lou. Definitely, man. So again, thank you everybody for tuning in today's show. It's been a great one. Again, till next week. We love y'all. Have a safe weekend. Remember your loved ones. Always reach out to somebody in need. If they need somebody to talk to, make sure that they have a space to talk and have a conversation. Mental health is a real thing and it needs to be addressed, and it needs to be some attention on it. And here we want to bring attention to that. This is a community where we actually collect. We talk about the figures that we collect, but this is therapeutic for a lot of people out there. It really, really is. And what we say on here is therapeutic. And we have to be mindful of that we have to take account for everything that we actually say, and actually put out positive energy. And this is what we try to do. Again, until next week, we will see y'all back. Dan and Dre, Mario, everybody out there, we coming for that ass January 8th. Best believe. Take your position. We'll be back. But again, tonight, shout out to Rich. Hope the family gets better. Shout out to Figure Focus, Cam, everybody else. We'll see y'all next week. Peace out. Let's go.
Peace.